Good day to you, partner. I'm Eve, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp.
Hey guys, Wheat Solo here, aka the Skeleton King. I'm going to be releasing a video every day before beta is over and the season officially starts. So stay tuned for those big CE videos and the Skeleton Summonmancer video. For anyone who's hoping for that Bones build video, unfortunately I'm not going to spend much time on Bone. I'm surprised I'm even making a video about Dark Pact. I actually wasn't going to make a video about Dark Pact, and I was going to make a video about Bone. And I actually think there's more to talk about with Dark Pact in a positive light than with Bone. Here's the state of Bone. The build has no role in the game. Due to its imbalance in PvP, they changed the way it synergizes and the way its scaling works. Sorry, that was they changed the scaling. And so it doesn't really work as a low gear MFing build. It used to be the best low gear MFer for Necros. It was actually a competitive low gear MFing build. I would say it was competing with Sorks for early MFing as being one of the more efficient builds in the game. As of now, it's not good at that. It's not good at in-game, which it never was. It's okay. You can, slog with it if you want. You'd probably go a bit faster than Dark Pact, and you'd go about the same speed as summons. Like all of these, other builds that aren't meta, they're all about the same speed, and the speed is not good enough. And Bone's not good at leveling, because Teeth does like no damage anymore. It wasn't good at leveling before. It was better than some, but it was worse than Skelly's, So I apologize, but I don't expect much from Bone. Just don't go into the season going, God, I can't wait to see Bone. Yeah, that's what she said. So Dark Pact. Why do I want to talk about it? What's good about it? Why wasn't I going to talk about it? Let's talk about that. I was a huge Dark Pact hater. I think it was one of the worst builds in the game. It's a cool idea, but the reason why I thought it was one of the worst builds in the game is it actually made you worse as a support Necro. Dark Pact has always been awful. Technically, it's still not that good solo, but you have to waste points on skills that don't help you in your group. Any Dark Pact aficionado would say, well, early on in the season it helps a bit, and I'd go, okay, I guess. But very quickly, Dark Pact doesn't help your group clear content. In fact, it just wastes skills from skills that would help them clear content, like more amp damage or LR, Curse Mastery, Decrepify. And then you would spend your leftover points in some sort of summon ability, just, tank up a little bit of damage, which is always nice, or provide a slow from Clay Golems. That's why I didn't like Dark Pact. I didn't feel like it filled its role as a build that helped groups and could solo. Instead, it wasn't as good at grouping, and it wasn't as good at solo, because technically you could still just go solo with your Clay Golems, and you'd solo as fast as the Dark Pact guy. So I just felt like it wasn't... It's not that it wasn't designed well, it's the numbers just didn't line up to make it make sense. It was literally a numbers game. As you can see, I don't want to get into the numbers much. This is BIS gear. This is 125 FCR, level 53 Dark Pact. I think you could get one or two more skills and not lose 125 FCR. As you can see, this is a white map, and I haven't been one-shotting everything with 3 Curse and 1 Dark Pact. Not even champs or elites. There have been times where there was a Corpulent, which spawn often, and when I cast these abilities, they don't die. So the really bad thing about this build is it always takes 4 casts to kill things on a plain T3. And if you don't kill them, you have to recast all the curses. So I don't encourage people to play this build solo or to invest in it solo, because what you're looking at is literally some of the best gear in the world on a white T3, and it's not going to get any better than this. You can have Dark Force spawn, That's one of the key items. I don't recommend it for group play. I'm not saying it's not an option, but it has really bad stats. And that would allow you to clear most screens in, 4 curses, 1 Dark Pact. But there's a lot of builds that can... Basically, the reason why you go, well, Keith, what about Corpse Explosion? You got to do this, that, and the other. It almost is 5 cast too. Corpse Explosion is a 16-yard radius. Dark Pact is an 8-yard radius. That's why the build is just really not that good solo yet. I asked if they'd increase the radius. If they do, it would go up quite a bit. So the gear to look out for is Dark Force Spawn. I wouldn't use it, but it is fun. It allows you to put up 1 more curse, which can help you do more damage or help your group. Skin of the Viper Magi is just BIS. You can wear Trang's gear, it's fine, but if you're going for the BIS route, I don't think you can do better than Skin of the Viper Magi in this build. FCR, res, skills, GG. And that tier rune, that's a nice little choice there. Besides that, you have the Bone Flame, which I think is a legit option, especially with the PDR they're adding to the item for this season. And Black Hand Key, of course, is BIS. 30 FCR, tons of skills. And the big thing is soft points scale curses. So look at this screen and look at it several times, because in a group, I would be putting up these juicy curses, and I would still have some revives to provide meat shields. Now, this is BIS gear, and soft points increase skills, but still, this is possible to do all of this. Skelly King out. GG.